The Mothers of Dublin's club asked Russ to come and speak to us because we are moms who have young kids, and with young kids, most of us had wills, some of us had trusts, but the advertisement I saw for Russ to come speak to us, it had on there some things that I'd never heard of, and I thought I had everything covered, and I told the moms, you know, just because you have a will and a trust does not mean you have everything covered if something would happen to you. So we were excited to get Russ to come in to talk to us. I was a little bit because I had been to several attorney offices and signed many papers about our will and our trust, and they went over it with us and did not get any of it. And I thought, oh, to have another presentation like that would be no good. So I was taking a chance getting an attorney in to talk about such a topic because it isn't that easy to understand unless you get very basic. And Russ did an excellent job of getting extremely basic with us, explained everything to our level, and I left the meeting knowing the difference between a trust and a will. Some of the highlights that we learned with Russ, and again, we ran out of time. We would have kept Russ probably 2 or 3 hours, but we both had some time limits. One was the difference between a will and a trust, which was very important. And other things were the difference between a temporary and a permanent guardian. I think a lot of people don't think about having a temporary guardian, which is so important when you go out for a babysitter. You know, you want to make sure they have instructions if, you know, something happened to you, God forbid. Another thing I learned from Russ was the difference between privacy, how probate court, nothing's private if you go through probate court, and if you do a trust, it is private, and sometimes you don't want your money out and about in public if you have very little or very much. So, the members all really enjoyed meeting Russ. Russ was very comfortable with our group, made us feel, he had tons of questions, probably too many questions, that's probably you couldn't get it too far. But they all really enjoyed it. I actually got emails from people thanking me for taking the time to get Russ to come in, and they were all very interested in getting more information, and some even said they'd be contacting Russ to work with them on getting some more information. Highly recommend it to Mom's Group because they are that age group that's young. Some may have nothing as far as a will or trust. Some may have just a will. Some may have a will and a trust, but I doubt it very seriously if they have, you know, things about the temporary guardian. Another real important thing I did forget to say was he really explained the importance of leaving information for the permanent guardian, and that's just something that's so logical, but we just don't think about. And since our meeting, my husband and I, when we went on our trip, we spent time going over a list of what we wanted, if something did happen to us, what we'd want those people to do with our kids, whether it was our values that we wanted them to entrust in our kids, or who we wanted them to keep in contact with. Again, such logical things you would think we'd put down on paper or on a tape for somebody to take care of our kids, but, you know, you just, I don't know if it's you don't want to think about it or if you forget to think about it, but Russ really enlightened us and reminded us how important it was.